Why kill one Axie when you can kill all the Axies at once, right? What's going on, Axie fam? Elijah here, back with another video. Today, I have one I'm very excited about. As we can see on the leaderboard, we're sitting at rank 32. I am playing a poison comp. I believe I'm the only one in this bracket that's playing poison. Pretty much everyone you see in the top 50 is running triple beast or aquas, tons of aggressive builds. There's one guy here, Black Star, but this is also a bit of a sustain comp. He has some healing very much tied into it. A plant up front with Rosebud, Strawberry on the back line. Very interesting. I'm not too familiar with this variation, so kudos to him for coming up with that and doing well with it. But make no mistake, it's an aggro fest out here. So I'm excited to share with you what I've been doing that has worked, and I think it's very strong against the majority of the meta. Before we jump into the video, I want to let you guys know that I am giving away this 6 of 6 summer Axie. It's a mech, it's beautiful, and I just want to do something special. We had a great year. We won AxieCon, both the V2 Championship and Origins Championship. So if you want to be eligible to win this, fill out the form that's in the description. It's also going to keep you up to date for something very exciting we have planned at Meditate Esports. And my final plug is that if you're not using a creator code, go ahead and use code Elijah at checkout to support the channel. Thank you guys very, very much. So here we go. This is what I've been rocking. It's an AoE poison composition. Instead of just spamming poison like Small Frill and Green Thorns, we've got Tri-Feather, we have Earwing. We're actually tagging our opponents, and we're also putting poison on them because we're playing Venom Master both at the midline and the backline position. We get free energy super frequently with Kataro. That's 60 damage that often doesn't cost anything to play because you gain it back when you hit 2 enemies. Since we're not killing anything quickly because we're playing AoE, they pretty much always have 3 enemies, which increases our chances of getting that free energy back. Notice the poppy on the eyes. We're going to be healing ourselves throughout the game passively. This is basically a card without it being a card that we have to play. Occasionally, if it makes sense to, I'll use it for the 45 heal as well, but mostly it's just that free 20 HP restore that's so nice. Up front, I've got an enemy for another 20 HP, so these 2 cards are working for me even if I'm not spending anything to play them. Now, where I do have Small Frill and Green Thorns is also up front because it's going to heal me up 30 and 20 HP, plus we put a lot of poison on our opponent, and 1 Tiny Turtle for some stun action, so I'm not completely maxed with Kataro. Boy, oh boy, has this been fun, I'm not gonna lie. Why kill one Axie when you can kill all the Axies at once, right? So I'm gonna jump into 2 replays and show you how this works. Now, if you're looking for it on the market, it's kind of slim pickings. I saw a couple guys playing with Venom Master on the leaderboard when I was climbing up the ranks, different variations, and it got me thinking, okay, what would be the best moves on this? And I went out and found it and bought it. But if you're on a budget, or if this exact team is not available, you can get creative. So for this one here, it's $59. It has 2 AoE cards and the Kataro. It doesn't have the Earwing, which sucks, but it's definitely a place that you can start with this build and go out there and play, you know, the Venom Master variation, especially because Venom Master is like $4, so it's a very cheap rune to get. I will say you're gonna want like 2 AoE cards at least on your mid and backline Axie. If you just have 1, I don't really think it's worth trying this or playing the Venom Master on that Axie. You're probably better with a more traditional poison composition. This is another one that stands out. Has some passive healing, has the Tri-Feather, the Yam, Kataro. I think Kataro is also very important, right? Because it's a semi-AoE card. You have a chance at hitting 2 targets, plus the energy gets back. So you want your mid and back to have Kataro and 2 AoE cards. That's a must. Now, if it's within your budget, you expand a little further. You search for Earwing, Kataro, Tri-Feather, and now you're up in this bracket where you're looking at some really fancy Axies. I like this guy a lot. I might even buy it just to have it as an option and see how it plays with the Grandma Fan instead of the Yam on the tail. But we got our Poppy, we got our Leaf Bug for passive shield, Tri-Feather. I mean, it's pretty much right down the center of what you're looking for. It is very, very strong looking without a doubt. Now, it comes at a higher price, $128, but if you can afford it, maybe this is a team that you want to try out. All right, so we're going to take a look at 2 of the most popular comps out there, which is Triple Beast, and then I'm going to go into a Beast Aqua build that I had to face as well. I believe both of these guys are in the top 50, and this opponent as Dingo actually has Shady Exchange on his back line. So he's going to be gaining that extra energy in the even rounds. Now, for me, round one, definitely going to play the Kataro here and then maybe get lucky and get to play the Cerastus as well. Unfortunately, I only hit one of his Axies. And here we have a little fun fact about this build. If you hit your opponent with Kataro or something like Feather Fan and they have no poison on them, it's actually going to double stack the poison. This is a bug, but that's not going to last if this clears up. So the only way it works is if you hit them with a poison and then follow up with more poison. So almost never does that actually work in my favor. I mean, you basically always have to go round two for that to happen, have Kataro, have it hit one Axie, and then play poison. Pretty unlikely, but occasionally it does spaz out and you're like, oh great, I'm going to kill this Axie twice as fast. This is something I'd like to see Axie hotfix on the patch though. We just don't really want bugs like that creating any variance. So hopefully they'll see this and they'll make that change. Turn two, he's gonna play Confident for 2 rage stacks plus the Shiba. I'm down to 230 HP already. Now Poison Touch up front is also really important on this build. The poison will stack pretty quickly on your opponent, and you take so much less damage from having Poison Touch, and you're also putting poison on them every time they hit you. Super critical for stalling and for, you know, being aggressive at the same time, essentially, with accumulating poison. Now we play Yam, we play Poppy up front, pretty straightforward round for us. And here he's got a great round, Little Peas. There's that extra energy for him as well. And the Shiba, I'm down to 88 HP on turn 4. I'm almost dead up front. Not really too hot of a start for us. And then here, I believe it's gonna be Yam on the Venom Master Axie. I skip on the front one playing the Yam just because I feel like Tri-Feather does a little more damage, plus I'm gonna get 1 poison stack on it at least. And we can see here that, wow, man, triple attack there with the bleed on all of my Axies. My frontliner is gonna go down this game. He's gonna stack up rage stacks even more so on his backline beast. Hello. And this is a very nice draw for me. So this definitely doesn't look like I'm in very good shape. He's got 3 healthy Axies. I only have 2. They have bleed on them. And he's got so much aggression with his build. Here we're going to get to see the power of AoE poison, okay? So Earwing, we're always going to play that first because we do more damage when we have cards in our hand. That was 36, 30, 40. Another Earwing, still doing great damage. Over 30 on these mid and backline Axies. Kataro hits 2 different Axies. Tri-Feather and his backliner is going to die. At 5 rage stacks, the Shady Exchange is out of the picture. No more free energy for him. His midliner's down to 69 HP. He is going to clear up some poison with the Innocent Lamb, the Confidence. He's going into Fury form here, which is pretty bad for me. Kills my midliner. Places the Little Peas with Vulnerable on my backline. And now, again, looks like I am on my back foot. Not a phenomenal draw. We're going to go with the Kataro. We end up hitting both Axies, so we'll play probably 2 swords here and a shield because essentially we just have to survive to win this game. It might have been better not even to play the Kataro there and avoid the 15 damage. I wasn't sure if I'd have enough to kill in the following round, so I went for it. Nonetheless, big round. Little Piece Shiba, 163 damage, but I have 24 remaining. And we are just barely going to clutch this one out with this backliner. A little free heal, a little Earwing action, and a Revenge Sword. That's all she wrote. I mean, look, that was against probably the most popular composition in the game. When I was thinking about putting this team together, Thebin was like, don't bother, you're never gonna beat the beasts. They're just too powerful, they're too fast. So I copied this replay, I sent it over to him when it was done, and he was a little bit impressed. So we'll see. We got a long way left to go in the season. I don't really think anyone has found the end game yet of like what is gonna be amazing. We don't even have the Mystic Runes floating around out there. So until we get those, these are all just really powerful mid-range teams, and maybe this one is too. Maybe this isn't an end game comp, but right now, very fun, and it's nice to get up to the top of the leaderboard so that you can start earning more moon shards as you go as well. So we've been going for quite a while already, so we're just gonna 2x this one real quick and watch me decimate 3 Axies essentially. Now look, remember the Tri-Feather here is very important, especially against Bloodlust compositions. If you face double Bloodlust, you can pretty much halve their healing throughout the game. Here we've got Earwing, we've got Small Frill. Let's go ahead and just speed this one up. And he's just going to be taking a bunch of poison. He'll be trying to steamroll me as fast as possible. It's a very standard comp where you see Cottontail, Nemo, and they just are going to have so much energy, play very quickly. We get a nice tiny turtle here. The Kataros, can we get the free energy twice? We actually didn't need it there because we can only play one more energy, and it's nice that it hit his backliner, 60 damage on the backliner. Follow with a Yam. He's taking 21, 24, 27 damage. My frontliner is gonna die this turn, but that stun was amazing. He only gets to play 2 energy. Now this looks like a familiar sort of game. Let's slow it down a little bit where I only have 2 Axies left. He has 3, but let's just see how this plays out. Another Tri-Feather, we're gonna prevent the healing, and look how quickly this starts to add up. It's 10, 13, 12 on the poison stacks. I go with the Cerastus. Now this is actually really nice for me since I don't have any big damage outputs on my Axies. The 85 that you get from Cerastus can be very, very clutch. You don't need it, you know, on your team if you're trying to build this comp. You can also go with just Scaly Spoon twice or something else on the horn. But if it's out there, it can be very useful as well. So he's gonna get a 4 energy turn here and finish with a dual blade. I'm still alive at the midline position, and because of that, I'm feeling very confident. He's gotta get through this frontliner and 360 HP, and look at how quickly his Axies are dying. Earwing, Kataro, Yam, and we are pretty much gonna kill everything here. Totally insane how this can, you know, look like games that they're not going super great for you end up looking like this. He's got 1 HP on the back line. He will chip away at me here, but there's no coming back for him. That's a dead aqua in the following turn. And there you have it. I mean, again, these 2 teams that you've seen in the replays, they are all over the place out there, not just in the top 100, but as you're climbing up. And we managed to book 2 wins. I'm excited to see where this goes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you fill out the form below to be eligible to win that summer Axie and to stay up to date with Meditate news. Love you guys. Catch you in the next one. Peace.